Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Coin of World in God We Trust Liberty 1962. Full long detailed script, no dots no lines, only straight script. English suitable for a 2-hour video. The 1962 Lincoln cent is a coin that continues to draw attention from collectors, historians, and those who appreciate the significance of American numismatics. This penny, minted in 1962, is a part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Abraham Lincoln is one of the most respected and influential figures in American history, and his appearance on the cent was the first time a real person was featured on a circulating American coin. The coin from 1962 carries forward this tradition with pride and purpose. To understand the 1962 Lincoln cent, we must go back in time to the origins of the Lincoln cent, which was introduced during the presidency of Theodore Roosevelt, who sought to beautify American coinage and elevate its design. The artist chosen to design the Lincoln cent was Victor David Brenner, a Lithuanian immigrant whose work was inspired by a desire to celebrate the ideals of liberty and democracy. The obverse of the coin features a right-facing profile of Abraham Lincoln with the motto, "In God We Trust," inscribed above his head. The word liberty to the left and the date 1962 to the right, often accompanied by a mint mark if applicable. In 1962, the coin was minted primarily at two major United States mint facilities: the Philadelphia Mint, which issued coins without a mint mark, and the Denver Mint, which used a small D mint mark. The San Francisco Mint had ceased regular cent production for circulation by this time and was primarily used for proof coins, though it would re-enter cent production later on. The total mintage in 1962 was immense, with over 2.5 billion Lincoln cents struck at the Philadelphia Mint and more than 1.5 billion from the Denver Mint. This massive production ensured the coin's wide circulation across the country and its enduring presence in the lives of American citizens. The composition of the 1962 Lincoln cent is another important aspect of its story. The coin is made primarily of copper, specifically 95% copper and 5% tin, and zinc. This alloy had been standard since the coin's introduction in 1909 and would continue until 1982, when rising copper prices forced a change to a predominantly zinc composition. With a thin copper coating, the weight of the coin was approximately 3.11 grams and its diameter measured 19 millimeters. The coin's edge was plain and unreeded, as with all Lincoln cents. The reverse of the 1962 cent retained the wheat ears design originally created by Brenner, was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design starting in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1962 cent therefore features the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo. This design depicts the monument in Washington, D.C. as a symbol of unity and respect for Lincoln's legacy. Within the details of the memorial, it is possible to see a small statue of Lincoln mirroring the real statue inside the actual memorial. The economic context of the early 1960s in the United States is crucial to understanding the environment in which this coin was produced. The year 1962 saw President John F. Kennedy in office, a time of significant domestic and international change. The United States was in the midst of the Cold War, with tensions running high between the Western and Eastern blocs. The space race was accelerating, civil rights movements were gaining momentum, and American culture was undergoing dramatic transformation. The Lincoln cent, in circulation during this time, was part of everyday commerce used by millions of Americans to purchase goods and services at a time when the value of a single cent was still quite tangible and meaningful. In terms of numismatic value, the 1962 Lincoln cent is relatively common due to its high mintage, however high grade examples, especially those that are uncirculated or display full red color, are desirable among collectors. Coins with unusual errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, or other minting anomalies can fetch higher premiums. Among those who seek out rare variations, one interesting variant to note is the 1962 proof cent, produced in limited quantities by the Philadelphia Mint for collectors. Proof coins are struck using special dies and polished planchets, resulting in coins with mirror-like fields and sharp details. These coins were packaged and sold by the United States Mint to the public, and today remain popular among those who appreciate the craftsmanship of fine coinage. It is important also to consider the historical symbolism carried by the phrases inscribed on the coin, such as "In God We Trust," which reflects the spiritual heritage and values that many Americans hold dear. The phrase "Liberty" is a reminder of the nation's founding principles and the sacrifices made to secure freedom for all, and the date 1962 marks a specific moment in American history where traditional values were being tested against the winds of change and modernization. As a result, the coin becomes more than just a monetary unit, it is a witness to a changing era. The Lincoln memorial on the reverse of the coin is particularly significant because it serves as both a tribute and a teaching tool. Through the image on the coin, generations of Americans were reminded of Abraham Lincoln's dedication to unity, justice, and equality. The design invites people to reflect on his leadership during the Civil War and the Emancipation. Equality. The design people to reflect on his leadership during the Civil War and the Emancipation Proclamation, which helped to abolish slavery in the United States. The memorial is a place where millions visit each year, and its depiction on the coin brings that solemn national symbol into the palm of every American. Over time, many of these coins have worn down through circulation, yet they remain widely collected in rolls and bags and continue to be found in change today for many collectors. The 1962 Lincoln cent serves as a starting point into the broader world of coin collecting, or as a nostalgic piece from their youth. Its availability makes it an excellent coin for beginners, while the pursuit of high-grade examples or era coins offers challenges for advanced collectors as well. There are also fascinating stories connected to these coins from the point A view of those who handled them. Perhaps a soldier in 1962 carried this coin in his pocket while serving his country. Perhaps a young student used it to buy a piece of candy. Perhaps it was saved by a parent in a jar for future savings. The coin thus becomes a witness to countless untold stories across the American experience. Coin dealers and grading services today look at factors like luster, strike, clarity, and color when evaluating the condition of a 1962 cent. Those that remain red, meaning they have retained their original coppery color, are worth more than those that have toned brown over time. Full steps on the Lincoln Memorial, clear lines on Lincoln's face, and the absence of contact marks increase the desirability of the coin. Professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC certify coins and place them into holders that protect their value and ensure authenticity. In educational contexts, this coin is also used to teach students about American history, economics, and art. The symbolism, the metallurgy, the design elements, and the role of currency in daily life all serve as learning opportunities from this. One small coin museums often display early examples, and collectors' societies publish research and findings about varieties and production figures. The 1962 cent becomes part of a larger network of knowledge and appreciation. Ultimately, the 1962 Lincoln cent is not just a piece of metal. It is a legacy struck into copper. It represents the values, struggles, and aspirations of a generation. It serves as a tribute to a president who preserved the Union and redefined freedom, and it functions as a vehicle through which everyday people can engage with the stories of their nation and the art of coin collecting. From design to mintage, from circulation to collection, the 1962 cent remains a powerful symbol of American life and history. Let this video be your guide into the story of the 1962 Lincoln cent, and may it inspire a greater appreciation for the coins that pass through our hands and the history they quietly carry within.